Welcome to episode 3 of Advanced Trading Mechanics. I'm still your host, Marvelous, the coach of the night. In today's video, I just want to show you my piano for the week. It's been 3 weeks now that I haven't shown you people anything on the site, on the channel, because the main reason is because I've been farming a lot lately, and I've taken a hiatus from the chat. Not that I'm not trading, but it's just that I don't have time to record a trade. But I've put together some little thing for you people so that you people can see my journey. So I'll quickly share my screen and I'll show you my whole P&L. You people realize that I was in drawdown last week, but I was in drawdown the last time I showed you my trading. I had some losing streak, but I've got some 2 winning trades that actually took me out of the drawdown, and now I'm currently just $10 beneath my actual account balance, which I know I'll come out of, and I'll take the account further. So join me as I quickly share my screen with you people, and then show you the whole journey. Okay, so guys, you can see that this is my trading history from the time I got the account, which was in the 11th of June, and then to the last time I took a trade was on the 3rd of July, so almost a month. So you realize that these are all my trades, but you realize that this is where I've traded up to before. I've never even recorded for you guys anymore. So this is it, from that USD JPY 0.12 lot up to this. So realize that when it comes to my initial deposit, $2,000, you realize that my current balance is now $1,990, and I'm down somewhere around $10 on the account. You see, the goal I have for this account is that since the maximum drawdown is $160, I've divided it into 16 places. Means I need to lose 16 trades in a row for me to blow this account. So what is happening is that I do trade 3 times a week, so 16 trades 3 times a week means I have approximately 5 weeks of losing continuously for 5 weeks to blow the account. So far I feel like I'm doing just fine. So let me quickly dive into the chart and let me show you all the trades I have taken, and how I'm able to come out of drawdown, and how I'm expecting this week, this current week that we are in, to go for me. So kindly join me and let's proceed. Hello guys, let me quickly enter into the chat. and show you guys all my trade of the week. So realize that this is my first trade I took this trade on the 24th of June, which is a Tuesday, and this is the whole analysis. So you see me, I'm just an order block trader. I enter into the charts, I look for positions of order blocks, look for very massive imbalances, and then I take the trades. So I'll dive into, if you guys want me to show you my strategy, kindly comment it in the comment section below. But let me just show you what I did. So I've told you earlier that I usually risk $10 per trade because I bought $2,000 account. The maximum drawdown, which is 8%, is $160. And so most usually this is I usually read $10 per trade, so that I can be able to make so that I'm worried about how much I'm losing. So I need to lose 16 trades in a row for me to blow the account. So I raised $10 on this trade, and as you can realize on the screenshot, due to spread and then slippage, I didn't lose the exact amount. So I lost $10 on this trade. So price pulled back into this region, which is this other block right here, and I saw the imbalance. I saw this candlestick pattern, and okay, then let me quickly just enter the trade. So usually sometimes I do go to the lower time frame to be able to give me enough confirmation. So it was my first trade. My second trade was this GBP USD trade. So it was a loss. And one thing about me is that I usually trade 3 times a week. If I win 3 times, this is the rule: 3 times a week, 3 losses in a row, 3 wins in a row. And then when I lose 3 weeks consecutively, then I take a break of a week or 2 from trading. So this is the system. So right now, let me show you the second trade. So this is the second trade. This is the second trade. You realize that the second trade was just perfect. It came into the zone just like I predicted, and instantly gave me this bullish rejection. I'm like, I'll take this. I instantly did and blasted straight to profit. So this trade actually took me out of all those drawdowns that I was in and put me back at the break even with the account. It means that I was not in drawdown, I was not in loss. So this $30 actually took me out of the losses and gave me and made me sit in a very comfortable place. So after this trade, you realize that my VIM was up, because I feel like if the A started playing up like this, it's time to take advantage of the market. So quickly, the next day I took this trade on the 26th, and I haven't seen a setup until 1st of July. And this setup came on GBP JPY for me. So when you go to GBP JPY, JPY 1st July, this was it. And one thing about this trade is that I should have just hold the position a little bit longer. Not like it's like. And one thing, I don't want to beat myself up over this, because it's like I met my target. What if you retrace against me too? It's something we can calculate as traders. So right now, it came in, quickly tapped my zone, showed me bullish engulfing. Once it tapped, I went back into the lower time frame, and sometimes I usually see the lower time frame and see how massive the candles move there. So let me show you an example. To go to first. So you see, it gave me more of a double top formation, which I like, and I saw this beautiful candle, so I quickly jump into it. I have no fear of loss. I'm like, let's go. And it quickly smashed my take profit. Usually I do go for 1:3, and sometimes 1:2.5. Anything from 2.5 and above I'm taking, because I realize that if you can be making double anytime you are right and losing one even anytime you are wrong. It's a good system to profit off one. So that's my third trade. Realize that my fourth trade was actually, please notice, if you notice that I took another GBP JPY trade, that was a mistake. My system has been acting up and it pressed itself, and so that was when I got into that trade. So it was not a trade that I intended. The next trade I took, which was intentional, was this AUD JPY trade. Which was this AUD JPY trade. With this AUD JPY trade, it broke even because one thing about me is that when my trade gets into I made half of my initial balance. For example, if I'm risking $10 and I make my initial risk plus half, which is $15 in this case, I usually put my trade back in break even. So that anything happen, I'm risk free on this trade. So it quickly went here and then pulled back to the upside, and I'm not worried about that one at all. So when price pulls back into break even, I'm not really worried about this trade. Right now, the idea is that, let me show you again the next trade. So this is a break even trade. So this is the next trade I took, which was this Euro JPY trade. The same strategy, the same ideology. Price pull back into my range. This trade I even entered it with a rush because on the more serious note, I didn't see any confirmation. I was just so confident because of how bullish this imbalance is and how huge it was. I'm very confident that price will just reject. And so when I started seeing this rejection of this place, I'm like, let me quickly enter. It actually went against me and it became a loss. And I'm cool with that one. So people realize that I have a GBP CHF trade for a loss of 1.96. That trade was actually a mistake. I wanted to just open one position, but I actually opened two positions for me. So I quickly closed that one, but it still was a loss for me. So let me show you the last trade that I took. So GBP-CHF. This was a setup. Massive imbalance, still the same idea. Massive imbalance. I'm like, price should pull back into this range and sell. But one thing is that with a PropFirm I'm trading, which is Maven, when it gets to 9 p.m. and there is that Sydney session transition, the spread increases and a lot of things just go crazy on the chart. So if you are even already in a position, you realize that if you are using a spread of 1 pip, your spread can increase to around 20 to 30 pips, sometimes even 100 pips on some instruments. So usually when it gets to 8:30, I'm out of every trade. I have to be done with every trade of the for the day. So my trading session usually starts from, if I'm busy, I usually trade from around 1 p.m. to around 8 p.m. Not that I'm in Ghana, and Ghana, Accra to be precise. And if you realize that our trading sessions here, since we are on the same time zone with London, or they are in the United Kingdom, usually when it's 8 p.m. at our place, when it's 6 p.m. here, it's also 6 p.m. at here. We have the same time. So when price, I usually start my trading around 1:30. Not because of any reason per se, but that's because when I do my analysis, I realize that that's when most of my trade really occur. So that's how I usually trade. So realize that by 8:30 here, I was out of the trade. That was why I was in that drawdown of around $5. I was in around that drawdown of around $5. So that was why I was in that drawdown of $5, but I'm still cool. With it. So this wraps up all my trading activity for the past 3 weeks. Realize that in the whole 3 weeks we've want to narrow down my trades. I've taken approximately 6 trades. So that's averaging 2 trades a week. You see, it's not about how many trades you take, it's about how good your setups are and how consistent you are following your rules. So a week will come out not taking any trade, I'm still cool. So one thing I really think helped with that mindset is because of how I'm not actively dependent on trading as an income to live. I should have been dependent on trading as a whole income. I would have not been able to trade as this because I would have been pressured to pay bills and do stuff. But now I'm cool and I'm chilling. So this is my trading for the week. I'll actually update you guys on any updates and everything that I've learned. So far, if you ask me what lessons have I learned, this thing has been 3 years in the making, and so it's not like any huge lesson. It's just that I feel like now I'm more relaxed. I approach my trading with patience, and anything I do on this chat is just another day. We take a loss, we make a win. It's too normal for me. It's not like I'm obsessed. No, I'm doing everything that I do. So, to all of you that are new to this channel, these are Advanced Trading Mechanics, a channel I created to document my own trading journey. Can you like, subscribe, do everything that you need to do, but do not leave this channel unsubscribe. I love you guys. Anybody who subscribes, I appreciate you all for what you are doing for this channel. Let's grow together, let's learn together, let's use our journeys to motivate each other. And with that, I'll see you again when I see you. That might be the end of this week because this week of trading, so I'll actually record and document it. Now, works in FM I've actually reduced a little bit, so I'll become more consistent with posting. And so please don't give up on me. I'm still your guy, Marvelous, Chad Organize himself. I'll see you next time.